Hello everybody, this is Conquering History Games and welcome to a live stream here on the channel. Today I am going to be playing some Equestria at War, the mod for Hearts of Iron. Actually, wait a second, where's the... Strange, the music volume doesn't seem to be playing. Let me check something. Oh, you know why? It's because I think I always have it. I never know if it's copyrighted or not, so I keep the music off. Let me make sure that's off. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'll just get something else, because I think this is actually my first ever live stream of Hearts of Iron for Equestria at War. Okay, let's try something here. Sorry. Boy, am I professional. Okay, there we go. So now we've got some other music playing. Alright. So, anyway, what I was saying is, welcome to Hearts of Iron 4, Equestria at War, the mod for, a total conversion mod for Hearts of Iron 4. It's really great. It's a totally underrated mod for the game. It's a total conversion. Actually, I believe it was the first ever total conversion for Hearts of Iron 4. And today is actually its 1-year anniversary. Which is pretty cool. It definitely has come a long way, and I think that the developers should be pretty proud of what they have created here. So we're just waiting a couple of minutes for everyone to get into the chat, and we're going to get started here. Alright, anyway, I think enough people have come into the chat, although, wait a minute, has something updated on YouTube? For some reason, I actually can't see how many people are in the chat, like how many people are watching. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I'm here to entertain, whether there are 1 of you here or 1,000 of you. So, what we're going to do is, we are going to check out one of the newer factions here, one of the newer nations that has its own unique focus tree, the Commonwealth of New Maryland, which is basically this interesting combination of Australia and the United States and a few other things. So, since the fall of the Griffin Empire, New Maryland's economy has been in tatters. The Great Depression and lack of equestrian assistance has led to resentment to their mother nation. The newly appointed Governor General Jet Set is a last-ditch effort by Equestria to bring order to the rowdy colony. But with Equestria's future uncertain and war looming on the horizon, will New Maryland come to their motherland's aid, or will they forge a future for themselves? Keep it English in the chat, please. That's one of my basic rules. So, let's go ahead and jump in here. Now, this is kind of an interesting nation. There's a few different directions that it can go in. We, there's things like if we strengthen the equestrian ties, and what happens if eventually the government goes into, a government in exile thing with presumably it's Celestia coming over. So we've got also patrician, which really, shouldn't this be partition or is it patrician? Anyway, the point is, we can go down a sort of democratic way, although there are different types of democratic parties that could win, so to speak. So, for example, the Duke wins over here. Change in popularity of fascist goes up. This is non-aligned. This is non-aligned. This is harmony. Harmony is basically democracy. We've also got the Communist Party of New Maryland, which we could do over here, recognizing Stalingrad. But whichever we're going to do, I think we're going to, at first go down patriation here. So we can no longer rely on Equestria for help. They have proven that they have no interest in our plight. The only hope for New Maryland is to seek our own path in the world. Now, if that is true, there are 3. There's also like subsets of communist parties down here, which is kind of par for the course here in Equestria at War. And of course, there's also the hidden routes if they fall under Nightmare Moon or if the Solar Empire takes over. But we're going to basically make our own fate here today. Also, anybody let me know if the music is too loud. So, we have a few problems when we start as the Commonwealth of New Maryland. We don't have much of an industry. We certainly don't have much in the way of recruitable population. That is going to be very difficult to deal with. So, what we need to do here with our 3 research slots is, I think, first off, I want to get the Earth Pony Agriculture so we can increase our monthly population growth. It's not much, but every little bit helps the way I figure it. Let's go ahead and get basic machine tools and also electronic mechanical engineering. Free military factories, we don't have very many, so for right now, I think, what are we going to do here? I think we might come up here to get the extra steel. Alright, and I think we can go into this. Alright, Commonwealth of New Maryland, over 500 years ago, okay, this just basically explains the lore. Over 500 years ago, the first Earth Pony traders settled on the coast of southern Griffonia, that's this continent, and named their new home after Princess Celestia. Since then, years of immigration, colonialization, and one-sided trade deals have resulted in the Commonwealth of New Maryland. While nominally still a part of Equestria, New Maryland has its own government in the Commonwealth Congress and is subject to its own laws and regulations. This de facto independence has led to many New Marylanders wishing to officially separate from Equestria and forge their own path ahead. The poor economic situation has not helped the matter. When the Griffin Empire fell, that would be up here, so did New Maryland's #1 trade partner. The situation worsened on the 29th of October, 999. The New Manhattan stock market crashed in what has become known as Black Wednesday. Equestria's lack of action in many helping resolve the Great Depression that has followed has caused resentment in many. The times are changing and New Maryland's future is uncertain. Will New Maryland survive the trials to come, or will they become a footnote in history? So, Advanced New Maryland Fair. So this is going to be a bit of a tricky one. Now, we have some really interesting generals here. There's Candy Garden, who's going to give us more entrenchment, and there's also Moonlight Poppy as our field marshal, who gives increased recovery rate and division organization, as well as, I think, being one of the best designed portraits in the game. Having studied psychology long before joining the military, this pony knows how to use her expertise to convince her troops to put in that extra effort into everything they do. Isn't that sweet? Alright, so obviously she's going to be our field marshal. I think, also are going to go for Candy Garden here. Okay. Let's go do something like that. Now, I have kind of narrowed down in my own mind which political party I want to, or which political path I want to take as New Maryland. But I'm not totally... Okay, I swear the next person I see not typing in English, I'm just going to time you out or probably ban you. So I'm trying to figure out which path I want to go down, and I think it's just going to end up being a straw poll. I'm not going to go down the communist path because one of the developers mentioned that he's not really satisfied with this and he wants to improve it. So I figure we're going to, you know, not do this one. So we're gonna go down Uniting the Congress here, which gives us a few options here. There's Jet Set wins. There is Gladmane wins. There's Kingfisher wins, and the Duke wins. So we've got a few options here. So what I'm gonna do right now is actually create a straw poll. You know, Jet Set, I think Jet Set is also supposed to get worked on as well a little bit more in the future. So we're gonna go between these, Gladmane and Kingfisher. So all right, we're gonna do Gladmane. Oops, I typed Goldmane. Gladmane, Kingfisher, and the Duke. Alright, straw poll is going to be in the chat. now. I'll keep putting it back in every once in a while to allow more people to vote. And you know what? If you didn't vote and you complain, I just don't care. I cannot count how many times I've had like a couple hundred people watching a stream, and I put a poll in the chat, and then like 20 people win. You know. Incidentally, let's kind of just get an early look at who's winning. Actually, I probably shouldn't say who's winning. I don't want to influence people's votes. But, you know, just follow the link. Anyway, we're going to get some of you guys training. We want to get the maximum we can out of every one of our units. Alright, so we're going to do patriation, although we do have some economic stuff over here, which is going to be important. Industry bonuses. There's some really damn good research bonuses you can get in some of these areas. I'm trying to remember. This is kind of cool, the NMAC Spirit, the MAC Spirit. So it's basically the equivalent of the ANZAC, I suppose. But this is pretty good. You get 2 armor technology bonuses here. This is good for a 75% ahead of time penalty reduction in electronics. There were some pretty good ones, I think I remember, from planes. Yeah, long-range air patrol. This, yeah, just gives everybody a little bit more range, and the heavy fighters get 2 research bonuses. What else was there? Friendship games going on back home in Equestria. There's this anti-air stuff. So I think we're going to kind of focus on air. I think having that air superiority is going to really help, because one way or another, we're going to probably find ourselves at war with Wingbardy, who it looks like they are actually going to stop the march. So that's interesting. All right, Kingfisher's Share Our Wealth program. The former governor of Celestia, Kingfisher, outlined his Share Our Wealth program in a speech on the radio today. He stressed that no one pony should hold an extreme amount of wealth compared to another, and called for free education and generous grants to help support the poor. Understandably, this has proven to be extremely popular among the poor and middle classes. Even some natives have turned out to support him. With his popularity rising, it is likely he'll rise far within the government. So, Nona Line has gone up by 2%. New Maryland seeks patriation, so we've got that done. So I could keep going down here sort of fast. Yeah, we're definitely going to unite the Congress at least. So let's do that. We're already getting closer to being free. All right, remember to keep voting. Keep voting in that straw poll. I'm going to put it in again. Keep voting in the straw poll. All right, Grover the Fifth has died. Should be interesting to see. I believe I do not have historical AI on, so we could start to see some pretty wild things out there in the world. But who knows? Doesn't look like Luna's been abandoned, so I don't think we're going to see an Equestrian Civil War. Too bad. That's pretty fun when it happens, but it's extraordinarily rare, it always seems. Now, we've already got the recon and engineering equipment support companies, so that's good. As far as land doctrine goes, I think we're going to continue to go down the Grand Battle Plan doctrine. Although, you know, getting that additional recruitable population if we went mass assaults could be really, really helpful. But on the other hand, this extra defense, the entrenchment, and so on and so forth, it's tough to say. You know, we might have less recruitable population, but we'll use less ponies here. It's actually the Hearts of Iron 3 soundtrack that we're listening to. Okay. You know what, let's just take the mechanical computing for right now, while I think about it. Please no backseat gaming. Joachim von Volkenrosen. Alright, so what is happening in the rest of the world? Stalingrad. They went with propaganda first. It's going to be interesting to see what leader they choose. Alright, we're not going to get the fascist deer. It's probably going to be... okay, for those asking for multiplayer, I've done multiplayer before. You can find it on my channel. I just don't know in the near future when I would be able to do it again. It takes an awful lot to do a multiplayer as far as just the amount of hours consecutive that I need free. I've got to, you know, I need to organize it with people because I only want to play with people that I'm kind of familiar with, because if not, it just turns into a complete shit show. Alright, cool. So we've got the population up. Let's start getting that mage company already. Another problem we're going to have is not very much army experience. Now, we could get a theorist pretty early, which is probably what I'm going to do. Yeah, we're probably going to get counter pusher here kind of early. Alright, so next up, we're going to go with let's all have a say. While the ways of harmony have forever been a part of our nation, there are other ideas that are equally valid. We must make sure that every pony's voice is heard. Which is going to be good because we're not doing the jet set. Alright, we've got some decisions that are available. I could improve the workers' conditions, which might be good to do a little bit early. We don't have much war support either. We could plant also some rubber plantations. Military training I don't think is going to be needed. At least not right now, and it's not worth that much. You know, the rubber's going to be good for the motorized companies I'm going to be building later, or the motorized equipment I'm going to be building later. We might also do the anti-communist raids, because I'm definitely not doing that. Alright, hold on, I gotta time somebody out because they don't know how to type in English, even though they've responded to me saying that I only want to see English, so, you know, they're obviously doing it on purpose then. Alright, let's change these over. Yep, see, as soon as I do that, there pretty much goes all my recruitable power. Yeah, we do not have much. Now let's take a look at the national spirits. I haven't talked about them. First off, we are suffering from the Great Depression with the fall of the old Griffonian Empire. The economy of most nations on Griffonia was hit hard. New Maryland suffered especially, mostly because of investors and business ponies selling most of their shares in New Marylander companies and assets on a single day, causing the economy to crash. So this is increasing my consumer good factories and reducing my factory and dockyard output, as well as stability. We also have Griffin minorities. There are many Griffin minorities all over New Maryland. Some of them are immigrants, some of them are natives. This has caused issues as many views their presence as disruptive. Also, let's not forget to vote, people. Vote, vote, vote. Straw poll is in the chat. Keep voting, vote your hearts out. It's I don't want to say who's winning, but it's a tight race. It's definitely a tight race. Alright, so we cannot sign our Declaration of Independence quite yet. We don't have enough autonomy progress. So maybe let's take a little bit of time here to work on one of these. We could go for the legacy of the Cockatrice War here. The air doctrine is nice, air experience and whatnot. The motorized could be good. Yeah, we're probably going to go get that motorized pretty quick. Yeah, these engineers and logistics, there's a lot of damn good stuff here, especially the shovel. I really like the shovel because this is going to get us insane engineers. But some political power could be good too. Alright, mage companies are also done. Excellent. You know what? We're going to get the engineers. I think we're going to double down on the Grand Battle Plan Doctrine. Just keep getting that entrenchment up and up and up. It's going to be very good for us. Having said that, let's wait a little bit for the Land Doctrine. I don't think I'm ever going to have the industry to be able to make enough crocodiles to put them in my division templates. So I don't think that's going to be in my future. So how about we come over here to the construction stuff. Is this a new? No, that's not new. And all of our recruitable population is gone. It's gone, 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 away. I'm going to need to do something about my war support as well. I want to at least jump to partial mobilization when I get the chance. War tension's also not rising at all, pretty much. Let's go ahead and ban communism, though, because like I said, we're not gonna... Wait, no, I don't want to ban communism. I want to do the anti-communist raids. That's the one. Or we could do the stability. Yeah, let's get our stability up. Still short on quite a few things. The Griffin Liberation Army has won its civil war. See, there's the Pride when Civil War has ended, as usual. And we're just waiting now. Oh yeah, we need to train these guys up a little bit more. Okay. Alright, what is this? Waltzing Mule Tilda. Ha! That's funny. Alright, we have here we go, I'm going to try to speak Australian common language my ass. Once a jolly swag mare camped by a billabong, under the shade of a coolabah tree, and she sang as she watched and waited till her billy boiled, "You'll come a waltzing mule tilda with me." Okay, that was relatively painless. Alright. A poem by Banjo Swing has recently been put to music and is making spreading. Okay, they need to edit that. Throughout the Commonwealth. It's being sung by New Marylanders from all walks of life, and a campaign has started to make it the official national anthem. A product of the Depression, swag ponies can often be seen roaming the countryside from station to station looking for work. Their plight has captured the hearts and minds of the ponies of New Maryland, and the song has only brought them to the forefront of every pony's mind. Okay, we can go more stability, more popularity for the non-aligned. Communism is the only answer to liberate the workers from the plight. Okay, we're not doing that because we're not going communist. Let's take a look. The voting is still close, guys. It's very close. Okay. Here's what we're going to do, because it's pretty close, and I don't know if I'm going to end up going non-aligned or not. We're going to say we shall embrace this song as part of our national spirit. Okay, what's next? Can't sign the Declaration of Independence yet. We're going to have to eventually come down here to get rid of the Great Depression, so maybe we should do the industrial support funds now. I feel like there's better thing, like we can time that better. But we are going to do the legacy of the Cockatrice War. Alright, let's fix up this government too. Military theorists, there's a lot of other good stuff, but I need to get my my army experience up. There's just no getting around it. I remember I went through this phase where I was getting really into Australian music, and let me be more clear when I'm talking about Australian music. I don't mean like Aborigine music. I just was going through this thing that via various genres, I was really liking music from Australian bands. Anyway, Gladmayne holds a rally when the Griffins come to our country. When the Griffins come to our country, they do not come to help us. They come to take our jobs, benefit from our generosity. This is bad news, folks, and Jet Set has done nothing about it. They have no right to our wealth when New Marylander families are struggling to get by. That's why we're going to build a wall along the border. It's going to be a huge wall, constantly watched by our best. No one gets in. It's going to be wonderful. Campaigning out in the field, the business pony known as Gladmayne took his supporters for an emotional ride. His rally got every pony cheering some controversial things. Shouts like, "Build a wall!" and "Lock them up!" weren't uncommon. Many weary ponies are clamoring for change. Gladmayne seems to touch something fundamental in the ponies' hearts, and his gap with the other candidates is decreasing rapidly. So we can say the Griffins have no right to New Maryland, or we can't support him. Okay, speaking of which, support. Come on, vote, 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 vote. Vote in the poll. Okay, well, I know I said that I wasn't going to say who's winning at any point in time, but all I am going to say is Gladmane is definitely not winning, judging by the poll, because he hasn't gotten any more votes in several minutes. So we're going to just say we can't support him. Can't do it. Can't do it. It's so tight, though. Please, come on, guys. Vote, 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 vote. Yours could be the deciding one. It has been neck and neck. Oh, yeah, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, we were going to the national spirits, weren't we? So we've got these Griffin minorities, which is reducing our recruitable population factors. That hurts. We have our Equestrian Overlord, which is reducing our daily political power gain by half of a point every day, as well as some other bad things, especially the research time. We've united the Commonwealth Congress, which is increasing our stability and helping with our autonomy progress, and we've also got the Let's All Have a Say. So I think we should be able to next take the signing of the Declaration of Independence, which is going to break us off. Yeah, it's neck and neck between the Duke and the Kingfisher, guys. It's anybody's game right now. How long till this is done? Okay, wait, no, we're fine there. Let's let this fill up, and then I'm going to go for some industry stuff. What is this? Everything you ever thought you could know about fascism. A book by Duke Hegel, Hegel, the leader of the controversial Black Hooves Party, was published today. A political treatise on fascism. It shocked most of the population. The Duke bluntly lays out his plans for New Maryland in just under 300 pages. The core of his argument is that not only absolute unity in the state and military and military pride can save New Maryland from economic collapse and the threat of communism. One of his more controversial points, saying that New Maryland should get rid of any pony that is, well, not a pony, has caused many to openly call for a ban on his writings. Some of the more desperate and patriotic ponies, however, think that his plans are just what we need to get our nation back on track. The government now faces a decision to either ban or allow his book. Okay, I think this is the moment of truth. Let's see who's winning the votes. Okay, it's been the same guy in the lead for a little while, so it looks like we are going to be going the Duke route, which means this is a good read. Keep it. We're going to be going fascist, it would appear. The voters have spoken. Who could have predicted the fascist would win in a poll in the Hearts of Iron 4 community? Unprecedented. Unprecedented, truly. But really, let's kind of go over here. We're going to take this, and we're going to take that. I probably should have waited one more day on that one. But we're going to get our Declaration of Independence, and this is going to bust open our research big time. It was close, though. The Kingfisher broke through, and maybe if people end up liking this, I might just do another playthrough as the Kingfish. That's one of the things I love about Equestria at War, is so many of the countries have replayable value. Alright, negotiations are complete. The bills have been approved. There are now only a few signatures between us and independence. The Declaration of Independence. You know, one of the, one of my favorite things about the, what's his name? The Declaration of Independence was, how there was a guy named, I think it was John Dickinson. So he was at the Continental Congress where he opposed the Declaration of Independence, but as soon as it was passed, I'm talking about real life history now, once it was passed, the first thing he did was enlist in the army, which I think is really, really cool. Was it John Dickinson? I want to say it was John Dickinson. I feel like it was. Yeah, he was from Pennsylvania. Anyway, so Battle of East Street. Gladmane and the Duke supporters had a vicious public brawl today at East Street up in New Manhattan. Investigators failed to pin which side started the fight. Regardless, citizens from both sides were killed in the violence. We cannot sit idly by and let opposing groups murder each other outright in public. A call must be made on which group should be pinned as the perpetrator to this mess. The public at large in Manhattan are up in arms over this, and pitting one side will at least help soothe things over, hopefully. So we're gonna see Gladmanes were the cause of this, so we're going more fascist. Get construction 2. Alright, once this is done, the best thing about getting rid of the equestrian overlord thing is going to be... Well, we're going to get all that political power, which is nice, but especially that research time. Getting that fixed up is going to be sweet. I've never played the Duke. It should be interesting. It's going to give me bonuses for excavation. A lot of faster construction speeds. 3-year plan. Okay, so here's one of the ways I modify the Great Depression. So you have to modify the Great Depression 2 times before you can actually get rid of it. Okay, so I needed to see... Okay, we've declared independence after months of negotiations, debates in Congress, and mass rallies in the streets. New Maryland has officially announced its declaration of independence from Equestria. The treaty was ratified this morning after a near-unanimous vote in Congress and was signed by the Governor General and the Equestrian Ambassador. It is the right for every new Marylander to decide their own fate. The future is now in our hooves, and our will is not to be dictated by a foreign monarch. Governor General Jet Set said on national radio. It was followed by an announcement that new election shall be held in the upcoming months after a period of political campaigning. Long live New Maryland. So I don't think I can actually, because where it's at now, I actually cannot pick any of these if I wanted to. Because for the different requirements, well, actually, let's give it a day. But I think I need at least 40% popularity of one of the parties before I am allowed to do this. Hey, Yard. What do you mean you forgot to give me Dev? What are you talking about? So you see, none of these are actually available. So I can't take Duke, Kingfisher, or Gladmaid until one of them is over 40%. So what I might do here is there's the fascist demagogue, right? I'll probably pick him up, although I think the fascists are getting stronger every day a little bit. The non-aligned ones also are. Or wait, yeah, Freedom Party. So the fascists are a little faster, but we're definitely gonna pick up the political advisor. Oh, hey, R1. That's okay. Hey, it looks like we have at least 2 of the devs of this in the stream. That's nice. Awesome. Okay, anyway, so we can't do that. So while we're waiting, we're going to probably, yeah, take this industrial support fund. Been putting this off. We're going to pick that up. We're about to get 150 political power. All right, so we've got to spend this somewhere. War support is basically non-existent. Well, the world tension is basically non-existent. That's the real problem I've got right now, so I can't up this. This is the part that sucks. So maybe industry? No, let's get the fascist demagogue. The faster the better. The faster we become fascist, the better. Who is the duck rooster? Huh. Alright, we got some more research slots available for us here. It's still only 10:08. I really gotta make my choice if I'm gonna do the heavy tanks or not. The problem is, it's not like I got any chromium. No. Maybe I could just go light tank destroyer. What am I kidding? This has 7 times as much armor. On the other hand, these only take steel, even if I go with the destroyer, right? Could be different. I've never tried it. Nah, let's just fix up the artillery for now. Now, we do have a decent amount of army experience now. Let's get fixing these. Of course, we want the mage companies, recon companies, definitely. See, like, okay, if we just went with the regular light tank, what I've got now, this is only going to give me 1.7 armor. But I only need to make a little bit more, have a little more armor than they've got piercing. And this is the Equestrian at War AI, so that's like the strongest AI out of any Hearts of Iron sub-mod. I've always said so. So they're going to actually build tanks. I don't know. I just don't know. You know what? None of this matters too much as long as I'm still stuck at this so little army experience. I mean, recruitable population. These guys are still training. Yeah, that brought some of it back. Alright. Kingfisher speaks out against big business. Quite the ruckus was raised today in southern New Maryland. Kingfisher set out on a vicious tirade against our failure to address the ongoing corruption occurring in our oil and rubber industry. He made quite the threatening statements that if the government would not address the issue, he would himself. By the time the rally finally ended, there were plenty of wild chanting regarding bosses in oil and rubber markets. Down with black gold, death to the ivory tower dwellers, we will not be ignored. We're going to say big business is necessary for the growth. Where are we? Black Hooves are still not as strong as the Freedom Party. We're going to probably have to do some more raids or something. There are still communists. We could do the anti-communist raids. Yeah. Okay, industrial support funds. Now I need to get the National Mobilization Act before I can increase my recruitable population, so I'm just trying to remember where that actually is. Expand conscription. No. Oh. I have to go fascist first. Dang it. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Okay, let's go get that motorized thing then. Alright, now we got the 50% bonuses here. So probably not now, but maybe on the next one when this construction is done, that's when I'll take that. Also, we have more command power than I could use right now. So I think, what could we do here? We could do defensive doctrine, oh for sure, to stack up with the entrenchment bonuses. And we're also going to stack the recovery rates by making Moonlight Poppy charismatic. I think this is a girl? Okay. So we've also got to do, let's grab that. Okay. What am I gonna do? Now what happens to the Griffin minorities if I go fascist? Where do I take care of them? So take care of them, if you know what I mean. Let's see, Duke wins. Is there anything here for that, or is it going to be over here? National Mobilization Act. I can come down here if I'm fascist. Expand conscription. This will let me increase in conscription laws. But I don't also need to, I can also do expanding conscription. But negotiate with the clans. Force Griffin conscription. Griffin Affairs Act. Griffin's supposed to be forced to fight if needed, whether they want it or not. You see, you'd think there would be something where you just kick them out. Because isn't that the whole thing? It's like about, you know, species purity. Isn't that what the Duke's book was about? Working regulations. That definitely doesn't fit being fascist. Negotiate with the clans. I guess we're gonna force the conscription. Just throw a gun in their hand. Okay, so we next need, it's 10:08, still too early for that. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna do magic technology too. I don't think I will. I'll definitely have to think about it. Alright. Hey there, Featherus. Good to see you. Alright. So what's going on in the rest of the world? The Griffonian Empire is under the Archon. Skyfall is with the... Oh yeah, the beautiful colorized new picture of the Chancellor. Looks like... Wait, Return of the Republicans. Alright, the Republic is about to be established. I gotta get down here to get that more recruitable population. Cause... Yeah, we're almost at 40% for the fascists, but we are not there yet. Alright. Next, we need to... What other political things I need? Silent Work Pony, maybe? That's probably who I'm going to get. Get her early. Oh, Lemon Zest, though. That's pretty darn good. 15% stability. No, we can get both. So, yeah, let's go with the Juniper Montage. It's putting me up to almost half a political power... a point and a half of political power a day. Alright. Get the motorized up and running. And also some military factories, finally. So, let's see if there's anybody else who we could be giving bonuses to in the meantime. Oh, oops, sorry about that. Something else. I think we're going to go with the... No, we don't need Camouflage Expert. Let's go Skirmisher, I suppose. For her, or for him. Let's see, Sunny Shield, we can't give anything to him. Yeah, we'll stick to Candy Garden. Okay, what's next? We're still in 1008. Might as well keep working on the prepared defense. There it is, the Second Revolution. I really like this new color for the Republic. I still need to play them. There's so many countries in this game I still need to play. I still need to play Wingbardy. I still need to play the Republic. I still need to play the Changelings. A lot of good stuff out there. Alright, where are we at? 42%! Finally we can go fascist. The true defender of harmony, Duke Erebus Hagel, has been elected the head of our nation. He argues that only military might and a focus on the purity of our nation can truly protect us from our enemies, both inside and outside the state. Yes! Oh, yeah. The Duke wins, Duke Hagel. This is a face with some gravitas, you know what I mean? Alright, so we need to get the research bonus. Could be good to get this right now with the autarky. I want to sort of delay taking the build now, pay later. Actually, you know what we really need is the Defense of the Commonwealth Act. But see, now that I'm fascist, there's a million things that I want. Let's start with the autarky. We have learned what reliance on others gives us: economic depression and a shattered national spirit. Thus, we must establish total self-reliance and eliminate the need for any foreign trade. This will enable us to be our nation, and we shall be strong without any foreign state holding us down. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Alright. Promises of peace? I don't think so. But you see, I want to get this because I want to develop tungsten mines as well. Public seems to be doing well as usual. Hey, tell you what, I'm just gonna step away from the computer for just a hot minute. I've been drinking some stuff to kind of help with my throat, and I'm not coughing as much, and I feel it coming on. So I'll be just a minute. Okay, I'm back. Alright. Get my headphones off because I dropped them. So, we got some decisions to do here. I don't think so, though. Let's keep modifying this. So we've got the recon in here. You see, the thing is, whenever you're playing a pony country, I feel like the mage company is mandatory It's just so damn good. So it then makes it hard to decide what else you want to get, because I want to get the signal companies in here too. That's going to be really good on when we go on the offense. Speaking of which, I need to research that maybe after the radio's done here. Alright, radio's done. Let's come over here because the motorized is done. Okay, we're going to get the signal companies. I don't think we're going to need the logistics. I get some pretty good bonuses for its research, I think, but here, let me double check that. Engineers is the main thing. It's just so damn good, this hack hoof shovel. Yeah. Now, of course, I usually keep my signal companies for just Marines. Anybody who's watched a lot of my campaigns knows that. Maybe I should just skip the signal companies, though. We're gonna get the logistics thing. That doesn't really matter. Oh, I only need one of these to get to the hack hook shovel. Oh, okay, then we're definitely gonna go max spirit into the hack hoof shovel is what I meant to say. And we're gonna be able to get all the way up here if I time things right, easily. Okay, in the meantime though, field hospitals, you know what, that's what I'm really gonna need so I don't lose experience. Okay, let's set up some motorized once our new factory is done, and dang it, I'm already hitting my production cap. Okay, these ones are finally done. 7 whole divisions. What's Wingbardy coming at me with? Only 13 to 29. That's right. That's right. They didn't go fascist, so that's going to make things a little bit easier for me. They actually went democratic. How perfect. Uh-oh. Aquilean Republic is in a little bit of trouble here. What's going on here in Stalingrad? Vasily is in charge. And let's head up to partial mobilization. That's the best we're going to be able to do for a while. Now, if we look at his path, the Dukes, as you can see, when we come down here, after we take work for the nation, we could do the Griffin Menace, which will let us create a faction, and it just lowers our reduction time everywhere. We can't take the we cannot take the Stand Against Communism or the Neutral Nation, but we could take the Deal with the Deuce. Actually, no, we can't because they didn't go fascist. So once we're done with that, we're going to be able to get automatic claim attack. I mean, we can do automatic attacks against Aquileia as well as Wingbardy. Now, what I think is cool, I think this was something they edited later, is it used to just be Aquileia got the war goal, I think, but now you get goals on all of these. So even if the Republic loses here, it's not a big deal as far as our future aggressive plans go. Let's hold off on getting that political power reduction. We gotta get some research slots. I know there's one here. Section 13's over here. I think those are the only ways that a fascist can get the research points. Let's come down here. But we're definitely gonna be sitting on 5 speed for a while here. There's a few things I need to do. Problem is, I just don't have very many factories. I want to start building planes too. Air superiority is going to be crucial. T-Feather has not been assassinated yet up here. That's right, our President Marshall here got his colorized portrait. What did the Dreg League go with? She's gone Bone Society. Did I have historical AI on? I'm pretty sure I turned it off because everything's feeling historical. Linya's about to get attacked. Nope, yep, they made their comeback. This nice shade of blue is taking over. It's taking the Griffonian Empire so long to get aggressive, too. We need... What do we need? Military High Command, Army Defense, Diggery-Doo, stack up that entrenchment. Entrenchment Genius. Iron Spear could be good for the political power game, but I really need that army experience too, I think. Although maybe not if I'm going to not use tanks. Tell you what, let's just get the industry stuff for now. You can't go wrong there. Successful revolution. Right, no, we're not actually going to take the hack hoof shovel just yet because I want to be able to stack it right. Instead, what do we want to do here? Maybe Defense of the Commonwealth? What are we going to do now? Build now, pay later. Now, this is interesting. I'm wondering if this is because earlier I was talking about how I was getting into Australian music, or when I first was getting into Australian music. I wonder if this is a reference to a song by the Whitlams where they say "buy now, pay later." So we're gonna. I gotta be able to increase my conscription law. I got to build more divisions. You see, because I'm starting to actually accumulate some equipment, but I need those divisions. Okay, let's start getting the early fighters at least, and let's also queue up the early bombers. Yeah, but the Whitlams, there was a song. They actually wrote a few songs about one of their bandmates who got consumed by his gambling debts at what they call the pokies down there. They're basically casinos. That's what it really means, casinos. But I'm trying to remember how the song goes. It's like, Charlie, you're not my Charlie anymore. You're screwing it up. You're killing your soul with an audience looking on. But how's the buy now, pay later go into it? Whoa. Let's see. National Mobilization Act. New Maryland is a nation of peace and harmony, but with the dire situation around the world, we may soon find ourselves subject to the cruel and merciless power. It stands upon every able-bodied New Marylander to be ready to defend our great nation and the New Maryland way of life. Okay. Do you guys like my singing? Yeah, I was into the Whitlams, and I say was, but I still like them. You know, it's just, you know, I'm always listening to new music. It's actually what I noticed with myself is only around the holidays that I'll listen to music again. I guess because I just associate it. A Griffaroo has been caught. The legendary Griffaroo, the beast said to be a hybrid of a kangaroo and a griffin. But yeah, anyway, as far as Australian bands I like I was really into proto-punk, and I like proto-punk, so Radio Birdman was so cool to me. Wait a second. I think we're gonna take this now. You like their songs, New Race and Snake. I really liked Snake. Also Crowded House. Now, Crowded House's most famous song is the one, the hey now, don't dream it's over. You know, I can't do that. I can't hit the notes. But yeah, that's their big song, but they got a lot of other songs of theirs that I like. Like Better Be Home Soon, I think, is one of the best under 3-minute songs I've ever heard. Okay. We can go for a material designer. Do I want the infantry equipment? Or the support equipment. Should I just stack up the support equipment research all the way? You know what? That's exactly what I'm going to do. Yeah, but Better Be Home Soon is fun. You know, Weather is fun. Now, actually, Better Be Home Soon is not a fun song, but like, wait, Invest in Victory, Factory Output, etc., etc. We need to invest in Victory to get down here, and eventually then I can work with the clans. Force Griffin conscription. The Griffin minorities will not be happy about this. You know what? Let's go find out what the heck that does. Have I participated in a choir? No, I was never much of a singer. I did play in high school, like as far as like being something official, not something where I'm just jamming with friends. I actually, and I hope everybody's okay with the patter while we just wait for the exciting things to happen. I'm just trying to keep it from being boring. But I remember when I was actually in a production of Little Shop of Horrors, the musical. Not as an actor, but as the band. So that's kind of a rock opera, so you don't have like a symphony or something like you would with, say, Fiddler on the Roof. So it was me, I played the guitar, and we had a bass player, a keyboard player, a piano player, and a drummer. And so that was enough to do the musical. And that was really fun. It really opened my eyes. I've been playing guitar for, I want to say, 3 years at that point, and it really opened up my eyes to the possibilities of music. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Little Shop of Horrors, you know? Little shop of horrors, little shop of terror. No? Nobody? Is this thing on? Okay. I think we can now begin to make some more divisions. Oh my gosh, already I'm out. You know, let's just max out the pony power. Alright. There we go. Expand conscription. We cannot survive on industry alone. Every pony, young and old, must stand by side in battle for the salvation of our great nation. Salvation. Salvation is free. Oh yeah, what was I saying about Australian music? Yeah, so the Whitlams. I liked the Whitlams. I liked Crowded House, Radio Birdman, even comedy bands like the ones who sang Bird Plane. Shoot, I'm forgetting their names. They sang Bird Plane and Let's Go to the Titty Bar. What band was that? Maybe I should make tanks. Just make a single tank division. I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, here's what we'll do. We're going to... No. Could I get enough piercing off of these? 50 piercing here. 81 piercing. No, no, we're just going to have to say no to it. We're not quite in 1010 yet. Let's go ahead and get the dispersed industry. Our research is really up and running now. Very good. Now we will force the Griffin conscription. They will fight for us whether they like it or not. So this is going to get rid of the minus 25% recruitable population factor. After that, I don't know. Let's head up to extensive conscription, and I think that's as high as I comfortably feel about going for now. After that, we need to work on some of these other things. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get Diggery-Doo. I also remember... I was such a... You see, here's the thing. I always feel that everybody should learn how to play some instruments because they... Wait a second. Hold on a second. I'm so sorry. I'm actually getting a very important phone call, so I'm just going to have to mute the mic for a minute. Okay, the sound is now back. Sorry about that. That was a super important phone call, and it also means that I'm going to be wrapping up this this pretty soon. Although I am going to pick it up again later on tonight, so don't worry. Damn, unfortunately I can't take the Commonwealth Aircraft Corporation because I'm not a part of Equestria anymore. So that's a really good one to have. So we might do the Sunset Car Company then. Could also go to free trade. It's not like I have a lot of resources anyway. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're doing free trade. Okay, and we're gonna grab in defense of fascism. In the defense of fascism. The Wonderbolts from Down Under. It's really good stuff there. Also need to figure out which of these sides I want to go down. You know, I think we're going to have to take build now, pay later. We build now, pay later. 25% military factory construction speed. It's pretty darn good. Wait, how long? Okay, we're now in 1010, so I need to remember to get the engineering company 2 the next chance I get, so then I can get the really, really good engineers later. Oh, the Sentinel project also will give me a double research bonus in armor technology. I have to keep that in mind. No, dang it, I keep wanting to make tanks, but it's simply not realistic, I think. Every little bit helps. Okay. Hey, Ragnarok, in the chat, if you spam again, I'm just gonna kick you, dude. Alright, we need steel. Let's get it from the changelings. Alright. So what time is it? I think I'm going to be going maybe at least 15 more minutes. I've only got 7 divisions, and they've got 35, and they've got 7. And yeah, this is going to be a tricky one. I also pretty much don't have an air force. Okay, we've got that taken care of. Maybe get the better fighters up and running, and I also am going to need some close air support. Let's do that. Let's get the close air support and the better fighters. There's going to be some new stuff going on in the next update, is my understanding. I think the Equestria at War team put something out where like nukes are going to be much more powerful. In fact, let me try to pull that up real quick. Let's see if I can't find what's going to happen in the next Equestria at War update. Alright, it's 429 days. It's way too much. Let's get the computing machine then. I can still modify the government. I think it is going to be the Sunset car. Yeah, let's get that. So just give me a second, everybody, while I look for something. Okay, found it. Whoop. Okay, some of these units are ready to deploy. Definitely not all of them, though. Let's keep waiting. Let's go double the size of our army, at least. So as I was saying, there's going to be some interesting stuff. There's going to be a new welcome screen that's going to show new things. It's going to look like this. So this is kind of cool, like Equestria. It's going to give you a little explaining some of the lore and stuff. I think that's awesome, especially for people who, you know, who don't know the lore of the world. There's this one. It'll talk about the region. It's great. It's amazing. Wait a second. More military factories. We got the early bombers, early fighters. We need to get the improved artillery up and running. And you know what? If I want tanks, I'm going to get tanks. I want the tanks. I'm going to get the tanks. You know, there's this bit. It's going to talk about the mechanics, because there is differences between Equestria at War and the base game, including nuclear warfare changes. That's going to be good. Oh, wait a minute. Just before dawn, an explosion echoed through sunset. The source was a toaster factory at the edge of the city. Firefighters worked through the day to tackle the blaze, but that didn't stop the police from beginning their investigations. It was indeed sabotage, and it wasn't long until the culprits were identified. Hours after the blast, a letter appeared on the desk of the New Maryland Chronicler's chief editor. It was from a group that called themselves the United Griffin Freedom Front, though the name White Claw Bandits has already been popularized by the tabloids. These new bandits claim that they object to the forced conscription of Griffins into the New Maryland's army with the justification that they want no part in Pony's war, and that it is in breach of the Native Freedoms Act of 912. Justified or not, these criminals have sworn to strike again, and there's no knowing when they will stop. So now we've got decisions that are going to help me deal with the bandit raids. We could launch a police raid. Now, I think the way this works is, I think one of the devs explained this to me once, and it is a percentage chance that you will succeed that stacks. So I don't know what those percentages are, but I think the way it works is I don't know the numbers, but if it's like first time I launch a raid, 10% chance that it's gonna work, and then the second time it's another 10 on top of the 10. So like if it's a 10% chance each time, by the 10th time I take it, the raids will stop. Basically, that's my understanding of how it works. So let's see if we get lucky. Oh, nice! First try, 100% pure skill. We've captured the bandit leaders. Fantastic news reached us today. Our soldiers and officers are pleased to report that we captured the White Claw Bandits' leadership. They realized too late we were nearing their hideout. Some of the bastards tried to escape, but we brought our fastest Pegasi for this very reason. After a chase through the skies with guns being fired by both sides, the rascals finally gave up. Now, with the heads of the movement in our custody, this will be the end of any sophisticated operations by the White Claw Bandits. The story of the police versus the White Claw Bandits will surely be something the police department will keep telling for generations to come. Gives me 100 political power. Oh, yeah. Praise RN Jesus. Now, do we want to go the War Industrialist, maybe? Because I'm probably going to get rid of the Fascist guy at some point. But I think we're going to... Could go Lemon Zest. Yeah, Lemon Zest. Plus, we're going to get that stability, which we're already at 100%. Yep, 100% pure skill, everybody. Alright, so what was I saying? Yeah, about these updates. So, there's going to be a change log that'll pop up, too, so it shows you like what's been changed each time as the game continues to update. There's going to be a new help menu that'll link you to the stuff. So over here in the top right is where you'll be able to do it. There you go. Every little helps. Okay, I can't do the economic recovery, so let's start working on that, getting rid of the depression. You build now and pay later. You know, speaking of all, let's see, I'm trying to remember. So one of my favorite Whitlam songs, this is that Australian band I was talking about, is one that's called No Aphrodisiac. And it's so the chorus goes, there's no aphrodisiac like loneliness, truth, beauty, and a picture of you. So it's kind of like that saying, there's no spice like hunger, you know, makes it to make it taste better. But there's a part in the song, if I remember correctly, that he's reading a what do they call those ads? The personal ads, you know, like men seeking men, women seeking women, or whatever, right? So like the personal ad apparently says, this is what the song goes. It's like 40, shaved, sexy, wants to do it all day, with a gun-toting, trigger-happy tranny named Kinky Renee. Tired teacher, 28, seeks regular meetings for masculine, muscular, nappy-clad, brutal breeding, while his wife rough wrestles with a puppy all a-quiver on a wine-soaked, strobe-lit Asiatic hall of mirrors. And a dash of loneliness. Love that line. That's great. That is picturesque. Okay, so what do we want to do here? Do we want to keep going? We can get the better fighters still. Uh-huh. And we need the close air support. There it is. Good stuff. Yeah, some sick rhymes. Straight fire. Okay, armor. Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to get the crocodile. No, I'm only going to need one division. I'm going to tear some ass up. Okay, let's get those field hospitals incorporated before I forget. And we're probably going to do the support artillery here. It's because it'll use up less manpower. Because see if I do... Okay, wait. I need to think about my manpower. So if I do this template, it's going to cost me 10,500. But if I do this, it only costs me 9,500 each. Yeah, so I usually don't do the 7-2 anymore, but it looks like we are going to do that for the sake of, again, conserving manpower. Although we're up to 200,000 now. Why aren't these guys training? There we go. All right. With the reforms we've implemented, okay, more political power gain, which is good because I sure as heck need it. So we're gonna get, since we're doing the tanks after all, I want a little more reliability and soft attack. Wait, what's going on? Oh, I need the equestrian investor, so I have to go Mustang Automotive. That's fine. You know, reliability. Well, I was gonna get reliability either way. Actually, this is more reliability, so it's kind of better. And the speed, you know, give me that itty bitty boost to my heavy tanks. Oh, what country am I most interested in getting a focus tree? Are you talking about an Equestria at war? That's easy. River Federation. I think if the River Federation, it seems to be like its gimmick is that it protects the eastern half of the continent. I think we need to get some sort of major power River Federation tree, and then this mod is good to go. Of course, it'll never be done. I know they're always improving it, and it can always get better, but I think the River Federation getting a good focus tree is the most major thing we're missing right now in this mod. If I had to pick just one. Alright. What is this? In order to fund our growing military industry in the hope that we can build ourselves out of the depression, we have been decided to use a balance sheet entity to route payments to in the form of promissory notes. If we do not use our political connections to extend the due dates of these notes, we will be forced to repay them and no longer receive their benefits. Oh, is this like the thing Germany has in the base game? I never let that thing go through. So, effects if not selected in 123 days, remove National Spirit, National BNPL bills. So that's over here. Okay, I get it. So, the buy now, pay later bills. Interesting. So, I could just get all my political power gains back if I let this expire. Now, how much does it cost if selected? The following will happen in 123 days. Modify BNLP bills. Oh, wait, no. If not selected in 123 days, remove the national spirit, lose 20 political power, and get payments of 20% consumer good factories for 60 days. Issues a 6-month extension of... If it's selected, it issues a 6-month extension of buy now, pay later bills to go into effect upon the due date of the current batch of BNPL bills. The cost of each extension will progressively increase until war breaks out, at which point reliance on BNPL bills will be removed, and payment is delayed until after the war's conclusion. If selected, the following will happen in 123 days. Oh, it looks like some of the devs are very excited about the River Federation. Cool, I'm excited for it. That's definitely my one I think needs to be get made out of anything. Can I build a refinery? No. Is it worth it to research it? Yeah, sure. Probably just build one. I think one will be enough. Yep, the Whitlams sure are great. Their song, I really love songs that tell stories with their lyrics. Like one of my favorites is Charlie No. 1. It's just about two dudes who are friends. Wait a second, let's get Diggery-Doo before I forget. Here we go. Or Life's a Beach, which goes, burning all the photos, sorting through the clothes. You bought this new for me and now it's full of holes. Remember baby talk in the morning. What's the hurry, my girl? You don't need any coffee if you take the day off school. Okay, cool. Can have my first modification here. I think the United Shadow Works and stuff this can do later. Yeah. Like burning all the photos. They have a hot habit of mocking a single man. I'm keeping the first one. We're not even holding hands. Good stuff. Alright. So, Second Cockatrice War! Alright. There has been a growing call among the rural communities for the government to step in and help resolve the rampant issues with wild cockatrices. Claims have been made that the birds are gathering in large herds and ransacking farms and stations. Several compensation claims have been made for farm animals turning into stone, although fortunately there are currently no reports that ponies have been hurt. They wish for drastic actions to be taken, ideally with military force. This raised some acknowledgement among the greater public due to the humiliating defeat the new Maryland Army Corps suffered in what the media dubbed the Cockatrice War. Several newspapers have already demanded that we get revenge against those birds. However, animal experts and the heads of the military have argued that there is no danger posed by the birds and that any military action will just be a waste of time and money. We have better ways to waste time and money, or we shall show those birds who's boss. Ooh, what should I do? What should I do? Oh, man, what am I gonna do? It could be fun just to find out. What happens. We're gonna show them who's boss. You light them up! Okay. Alright, 3-year plan. We're working on this. We're probably going to go straight down to the war with Wingbardy. Our army routes! No! Perhaps through our troops' lack of fighting experience or through logistical communication issues in high command, our war on the wild cockatrices of New Maryland has been met with a resounding failure. The threat cockatrices posed were severely underestimated by local forces, which were assigned to eradicating those harmless pests. Communications with those units were steadily lost in the brutal outback. These problems were blamed on lack of infrastructure initially, but when search and rescue teams were sent out, they too were soon to be lost as well. By the time proper army divisions were assigned to the task, cockatrice hordes and nests had already become accustomed to targeting ponies, and due to such dispatch, troops were placed under heavy and ruthless assault by these monster birds. The cockatrice has successfully routed our forces, and we shall need to regroup and properly address this threat if we are to save face once the free media leaks this to the population. I lose political power and stability. Oh, I've been pranked! It's RNG karma, so it could work out good, is what you're saying. It just didn't this time. Oh. Wingbardian Equestrian Alliance. In a move that has garnered the scorn of conservatives, the harmonic government of Wingbardi has asked the Equestrian Principality to merge their alliances. God damn it, this is bullshit. I fucking hate this shit. I hate how every goddamn game I end up having to fucking fight Equestria. Every single time. Can I just be a regional power for once? Damn it all. I need to pick one of these. We're going to Salt. Damn it. How many... Wait, where's the... Trying to... There we go. United Ponies Alliance. Damn it all. Okay. So fine. It's fine. We're gonna... Do we have any other geniuses? Army Defense Genius. Infantry Genius. We need to switch out that fascist demagogue, I think. Yeah, the party popularity has gone far enough. Empower the army, gains national spirit. No, you know what? We need to get that frickin'... We've been dealing with just 3 research slots forever. Oh, man, I hate the United Ponies Alliance. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm not going to go over there. I might, like, just take, you know, I'll take the Oculans, I'll defeat the Wingbardians, but I am not going all the way to Equestria. Screw that. I hate that shit. Alright. Heavy Tank 1 in production. And there goes. Now I need a lot of chromium. Yeah, we're just gonna let this shit time out. I don't care. Okay. Damn it all. Okay, we gotta get rid of this fascist demagogue. I'm thinking maybe the quartermaster. No. War industrialist, maybe. Cruz Lannister, yeah, probably. You know, I know that I haven't been doing Kaiserreich guides lately, but there is a reason for it, which I will eventually explain. Dang it, I've got to suffer through the consumer goods for a little bit. Yeah, when I'm done with the, look, guys, I need to finish up the Anime Japan playthrough in Kaiserreich. Once that's done, guides are going to come back. In fact, there is a guide that I haven't done yet, which I promised somebody on my Discord I was going to do because he won a contest. So I'm waiting on that. But meaning waiting on finishing up Japan. All right, there we go. This is also going to get Griffin experimentation. Yeah, we're going to learn ways to biologically and chemically destroy griffins. How exciting. Let's see. Military High Command. We want to get another expert. We want Shining Shield. Probably Shining Shield. Artillery is pretty good. Yeah, we'll get the artillery, actually. Quarter Pounder. Thank you, Candace Tropus. I appreciate that. Griffin Empire is beginning to expand. What did Griffinwald do? Prelate Ludwig Ebenwing. Ooh, some fun's about to happen here. Kingfisher has been assassinated. This morning, the divisive politician Kingfisher was shot while leaving a session of Congress. His attacker, Caramel Chalk, was restrained by the police, but he was able to fire 3 shots of his revolver. Kingfisher was rushed to Sunset University Hospital, where he later died of his injuries. Kingfisher's popularity was second only to his controversy. He was known as a bully and a tyrant and often had legal challenges thrown against him from politicians and business ponies. However, during his time as governor of Celestia, he radically changed the face of the state, changing it from one of the poorest and least developed into a vibrant community on its way to recovery. There's a million sad hearts in the nation today. Alright. Got some free civilian factories again. Yeah, I'm not paying for those bills anymore, right? Okay, good. Need to get more research stuff. You know what? I gotta build that refinery. Alright, what else have we got going for us here? Oh, keep stacking up the engineer entrenchments, of course. Now, I think I need to go after the Republic first. I really do. How many divisions do they got? 28 to 53. I think I'm gonna have to do it before the Empire can come at me. Besides, once I'm at war with Wingbardi, it's just gonna be a perpetual frickin' war anyway. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. If I attack Wingbardi and I get them to capitulate, I swear I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna frickin' consul annex Equestria just to end the war. Cause man, I hate that shit. Alright, it's got another research slot opened up for us here. Working on the land stuff. Okay, what time is it? Alright, a few more minutes at the bottom of the hour. I'm going to stop it for the day. I'm going to pick this back up later tonight. Don't worry. Alright, what are we short on? A little bit of artillery, a little bit of the support equipment still. Okay, at least need to get the steel up and running. There we go. Let's get some excavation happening. Okay, how long until the construction is done here? October 21st. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, I don't want the old guard. We're gonna go... Let's go defense with steadfast. There we go. Yes, man to white peace Equestria. What are you talking about? Yeah, if there's a peace command, I'll just do that. I don't know it. I don't cheat often, so I don't know the commands. Okay, I think we're gonna go with disperse training, maybe. Yeah, keep stacking up that entrenchment speed all the time, non-stop. Okay, industry, we can't get any further there yet. Alright. Okay. Now, we got the flare plan. Let's get those storm pony divisions real quick. Oh, I never knew that. Thank you, Cantus Tropus. Alright, what do we got here? Chief of Air Force, maybe the Ace Generation. Oh, Air Reformer's good, though. Nah, we'll go with the Ace Generation chance, increase that. Alright, what's next? Anti-submarine, commerce rating, capital ship armor, or can I spend this on some stuff over here? Military training, region-wide industrial... Ooh, that's actually good. Yeah, let's get that. I don't need the promises of peace. There is no peace. And I'm also going to have to figure out if I want supremacy or harmony. See, this is good, the trickle back in experience loss. I might do harmony. Yeah, we're gonna go down this path. Okay. How's this looking? Almost filled up. Just need a little more support equipment and we'll be ready to go. Alright, soon the Great Depression will finally be over as well. So working for the nation is going to fix my consumer good factories and factory output a little bit. And then from there, we can take, where is it? Economic recovery. And then expanding the research slots as well. So we've got a few things that we're going to have going for us. Alright, free civilian factories still. Let's get some air bases over here. Naval stuff. I don't think Navy stuff's going to come up at all, really. Decisions maybe. Institute press censorship. Increases fascist support for a while. Maybe military training. But then again, maybe not. I don't need the war propaganda. Worker conditions. Yeah, sure. Let's just stack it up as high as we possibly can. So when we're at war, maybe we'll still be this. Yeah, Duke Hegel of the Hegelian dialect. I've read a lot of Hegel. You know, when you study history, it kind of feels like you need to. Whether you agree with his views or not, you have to read him to have an opinion. Okay. Atomic research. Now that could get interesting. Alright, we're done working for the nation. Finally, we can get economic recovery. Once that is done, we can keep going. When's the Germany Führerreich campaign going to continue? Probably after the Japan one's done. I want to focus on just one thing at a time. I also need to do the CHD. Basically, I'm trying to re-catch up on a lot of things. Believe me, the upload rate on the channel is going to accelerate over the next few weeks. Don't worry about that. Alright, cool. We're stacking up all that sweet, sweet trickleback. I've read a fair amount of Hegel. I read his philosophy of history, obviously. Also read his phenomenology of spirit, which is quite a lot to go through. And I have his philosophy of right, though I have not sat down and read it yet. I'll tell you, I don't think I'm going to buy any more books for like a year because I got a ton that are on my backlog reading list. I also want to read Kant's philosophy of history. A buddy of mine has it. I'm going to borrow it from him, but I just haven't yet because I know I'm not going to have time to read it right now. Right now, I'm kind of... I'm trying to finish before the school semester starts. I'm trying to finish Volume 1 of Martin Gilbert's History of the 20th Century. Got tons of political power going on. I might switch this silent work pony out. I don't think I need her anymore. Yeah, I don't need this much. So let's go over to the maybe Prince of Terror. Could be good later. How about just War Industrialists for right now? Okay, and let's expand the university. Wait, no, I know. Jeez, I know I said I was going to stop, but here I am expanding the university. Okay, we're going to do that. And we're going to stop soon. You guys are talking about Immanuel Kant now. You know, there was one of my favorite authors, or pair of authors, I should say, are Will and Ariel Durant, and they have a book called The Story of Philosophy, where they go over basically every major philosopher in history, up to like the 1920s, because that's when they wrote it. But there's when they get towards the Kant section, they talk about how Kant is just so important for understanding modern philosophy. And again, it's one of those things like whether you like it or not. he's like the sun, and you have to slowly approach him. So like you have to, so like there's several chapters talking about like how Locke influences Kant and things like that, and you have to work your way towards Kant before you can even study Kant. You can't just jump into him. All right. Anyway, we're gonna, let's see. We got the armor up and running. Got the recon companies. Okay. Once the University of thing is, it's there. Okay, that's done. Death Adder, that can definitely wait. Field hospitals. We're doing. It looks like we're going to be pretty okay as far as pony power is concerned. Right now, I think the biggest issue we have is industry. We need to get these up and running. All right. Wait, whoops. Okay, let them all come out. How many of these can we get going at once? Yikes. That's bad. That's really bad. Okay. Alright, University of Sunset is almost done. Good. Connect reservations. We don't need to do any of that nonsense. Modify, invest in victory. Okay, we have a few good things that we can do here, but I'm going to stop it for now. Thanks for joining me. I'm Conquering History Games. I am going to be pick this back up in, I want to say, 5 hours or so. I have some other things I have to do today for right now, though. And hopefully some of you can join me. Thanks for everybody who did watch. I know it's the middle of a weekday, so it's hard to catch it, but yeah, thanks. And I'll see you all later tonight. Bye.